Hi everyone, Emmy here. I have a quick tip for you. So in the last video I mentioned about the option for putting a 15-0 seed bead next to your crystals, and because I had a pattern, let me show you. So this was my original pattern. Let me see if I can show it to you. This was the original pattern here. So you see there's a gap, and I put Delicas in there. And then down here, that one's fine. Hit this one here. There should be, like, the Delica is fine, but it looks out of place. So what I've done is I have gone through and taken out those Delicas, and you're probably wondering how I did that. I went through, took them out, and put a seed bead instead. So this is what you get, and it looks so much better. So hopefully I will post this video as a preview before the last video so that you will see that this is the option that you might want to take. So let me show you. This tip came from Tammy, and so she suggests taking an old needle that you don't need anymore because you don't want to damage your needle. But I'm using the needle that I'm using to work with. It's bent, so it's going to be an old needle soon, so I'm not too worried. And this way I can just continue on. So what you want to do is you want to put your needle through the Delica that you want to break. Now you can take a piece of tissue. Let me see. I have like a piece of an old mat. You can do it with that. I'm not going to do it. For one, I want to show you what it looks like, what I'm doing. And two, I'm not too concerned about it, like the glass getting in my eyes, because I have the camera right here and I'm also wearing glasses. So if you're doing this, definitely, cover it with something like a tissue or something. So I'm just going to hold my needle, and I'm taking my needle nose pliers or chain nose pliers, and just make sure you just grab that bead, and that's it. The reason you put your needle in there is to prevent the glass from the bead cutting your thread. So now I can go and grab a 15-0 seed bead and put it through. You're probably thinking, well, you're still going to see that thread because this bead is not going through that thread, but it will push it to the side. You won't even see it. So let's go through our crystal, and there we go. So let me see. This one looks a bit wonky. See if we need to switch that one up. Let's look at what we have next door. So we have two there. Yeah, it's fine. So we'll leave that. So now we'll just go through here and move to the next one. So we're going to do it up here. So this isn't something you would do, because if you're going to add your seed beads ahead of time, but for me, I've already done the project. I'm not going to take it apart. So go through a few beads here. Get rid of these pliers. Okay, pull that. So just weave you want to make your way to the other side. So let's go from this one to this one. And let's see if we can get in here. And be careful with your glass. Like you can see there's glass on my mat. I cut myself one time with glass from a bead, and I didn't realize there was still some glass left in my skin, and I got an infection on my finger. I was surprised, but for some reason I tend to get infections easily. So I'm just gonna kind of weave my way through the beads till I get up to the one I want to change out. So I'm gonna do it for the top of those. I'll do it this way here. And almost there. Through these two. And then we are ready to get rid of those Delicas. There. So now we're set. I've put my needle through the Delica, the crystal, and the Delica. I grab my pliers. And the first one, I've seen Jill Wiseman do this too. So if you're cringing, there's a piece of bead there. I don't know if it got the whole thing. There. Okay. So if you're cringing and thinking, oh, don't do that, the experts do it. It's not just me. I tell you, it's kind of a lifesaver in a sense because it's so frustrating. You get that far and you realize, oh, see, I made a mistake there. Let me see. I think I can fix that. There's two Delicas, or two 50-Nos. So this might be one that I counted 26 instead of let me, that's too bad. Yeah, I did it on the other side too. So this count must have been off. So let's see how we can fix that. Maybe we need to put a Delica back there. This is not what I wanted to show you, but clearly it didn't. I wonder if I did a Delica and a seed bead. That might fix that. I'm gonna come back out of my crystal, and that let me try something. I'm gonna go into the top of the Delica next to it and snug it up so that it brings it closer. I don't know if that's gonna work. Let me see here. Okay, and then go back up the bottom of the one you just added. Let me see. That it should work. It should push it aside there, and then I don't know, the seed bead's gonna be sticking out too much. Let's try it, and if it's no good, we'll move it. Into this crystal here. There, actually, I mean, it doesn't fit exactly, but it's not too bad. There's a way to get that a little slicker. Okay, so let's add our, let's try the seed bead and the Delica together, and then we'll just thread around that Delica to try and get it to sit where we want it. Let me go through these guys, see if that'll work. Yeah, those seed beads are kind of obscuring the crystal. So I think we need to take that out and just put Delicas in there. Okay, I am going to end this video here, but you get the idea of adding the seed beads to those sections instead of the Delicas. There we go.